Hi, in this video I'll help you get to know your car a little better. At the end of this video I've put together a straightforward infographic that summarizes all the key points. Like, subscribe and comment below. It really helps.
You know that feeling, right? You're searching for an answer online, you click a link that looks perfect, and you land on a page that just feels off. Well, today we're diving deep into one of those weird web pages. It's a digital dead end that, honestly, tells a pretty fascinating story about how the web works today.
So this is where it all started. Look at that title. It's making a super specific promise. If you have a Chevy with a P2432 error code, this page has your back. It sounds like exactly what you'd hope to find. A simple, do-it-yourself guide for a really annoying car problem.
But you know how it is on the internet. Things are rarely what they seem at first glance. This page looks like a lifesaver, but the more you look, the weirder it gets. So let's treat this like a little mystery. We're going to follow the clues together.
Okay, so first up, let's just look at what the page says it is. We're going to break down the evidence piece by piece, just like you would if you'd landed here from a search, desperate for an answer. The first thing that jumps out at you is this perfect rating, 5 out of 5 stars, and not from just a few people, from 258 votes. I mean, that's pretty impressive. Right off the bat, you're thinking, okay, this must be a quality resource.
And then you see this. It's not just for Chevrolets. The page claims it supports Dodge, Ford, Honda, pretty much a whole slew of major car brands. This makes it feel even more legit, like you've stumbled onto a really comprehensive auto repair site.
But then you see this. And this is our first major red flag. Just look at the publication date, January 19th, 2025. Unless we've discovered a time-traveling car mechanic, something is seriously wrong here.
So that date from the future, that's the first big crack in the story this page is trying to tell us. Now that our suspicions are up, let's dig a little deeper into the evidence and see what this thing is really all about.
So let's just quickly recap what we have. On the one hand, we've got a page with a very specific, very helpful-sounding title.
It's got a perfect 5-star rating, supposedly from hundreds of happy users.
And it claims to be an expert source for all these different car brands. I mean, all the surface-level signs are pointing to a trustworthy, high-quality guide. It's designed to make you think you've hit the jackpot.
Which, of course, leads us to the most important and, frankly, the most bizarre question of all. After all that, where is the actual guide? Where are the instructions, the diagrams, the thing it promised in the title?
And this is where we get to the heart of the mystery. Because when you actually look for the solution that it promised, you find absolutely nothing. And I mean that literally. There are no instructions, no steps to follow, no explanation of the problem. The guide itself just isn't there. The page is a complete ghost. It's an empty shell with a promising title and nothing else. Oh, and remember those 258 5-star votes? Well, if you scroll down to the comment section, it clearly says no comments to show. So not a single one of those supposedly thrilled users actually left a single word of feedback. It's just another piece of the puzzle that doesn't fit.
And that's the real question, isn't it? Why would anybody go to the trouble of creating a web page that promises help but delivers absolutely nothing? This isn't just a simple mistake. There's a reason this digital ghost exists.
All right, so let's shift gears. Let's stop focusing on what the page is missing and start asking why it was even made in the first place. Once we understand the motive, this whole weird corner of the internet starts to make a lot more sense.
So what we're looking at actually has a name. It's called a content placeholder. And the idea is pretty simple, really. You create a page with a title that's packed with keywords people are searching for, like Chevrolet code P2432, just to get them to click from a search engine, even if you have zero content to show them. And here it is. This is the smoking gun. Take a look at the recent posts list. See the pattern? It's just an endless list of different car brands mashed up with different error codes. This isn't a one-time thing. It's a huge deliberate strategy. You can literally see the formula they're using. It's just pick a brand, add the word code, and then tack on an error number. This is almost certainly automated, just churning out thousands of these phantom pages to suck in search traffic, which for the person who owns the site can mean real ad money. So, mystery solved. We figured out the phantom guide. But what's the takeaway here? Let's talk about what this weird little dead end can actually teach us about getting around on the internet today.
The big lesson here really has nothing to do with car repair. This is a perfect example of why digital literacy is so important. It's a reminder that not everything online was created to help or inform you.
Sometimes the only goal is to get your click.
So how do you spot these things in the wild? It's actually pretty simple. First, always look past the headline. Don't trust a great title. Second, quickly scan for actual substance. Is there real information, or is it just a bunch of keywords? And third, check for patterns. If every page on the site looks like the same fill-in-the-blank template, it's probably time to hit the back button. And that kind of leaves us with one big final thought. This Phantom Guide is a great reminder that the internet is full of mirages. In a world with infinite information, the most important skill isn't just finding answers, it's learning how to tell the difference between what's real and what's just an empty echo designed to get your attention. Definitely something to think about.